Right guys, welcome back to the channel Into the Garden. Just a very quick video today. You may have seen from our previous videos, the UK is going through a sort of week's cold snap at the moment here. Off the back of last night, guys, we went down to about -3 degrees C, and we are expected to get down to the -5, -6s tonight, as well as tomorrow night, with it looking like it's only going to really get to about sort of 0 degrees C during the day. Now, with this said, guys, this is one thing, it becomes more concerning when we are having these longer periods of cold, as opposed to perhaps like a one-night snap where it just gets down, very cold one night and then sort of back up to freeze, normal, normal temperatures daytime. That's a little less concerning than when we're kind of staying prolonged, around the 0 or lower mark. So, even some of these plants that, again, should be absolutely fine down to about -4, -5, -6, or even much colder. It's really the duration of the cold that I'm slightly concerned about at the moment here. Everything's still wrapped up as is. But with that said, what I am going to be doing just for the next 2 nights is on the Dicksonia Antarctica tree ferns, the babies we've got here that are completely sort of covered in straw. I'm going to be taking a bit of this breathable weed fabric and just basically laying it completely over the top of this bed here, just for the 2 nights. Once again, it's just to hope that ground temperature doesn't drop as low as the areas around it, just giving it a tiny bit of added protection during these colder nights here. You can just see, guys, pond is completely sort of frozen over now. I don't expect this to unthaw for the next probably few days here, but with that said, we still have the little drain pipe going in just to keep a little area of oxygenation and movement to stop the whole thing completely freezing over here. But with that said, guys, going to keep a close eye on the plants, going to be checking these during the day. I will probably be adding a slight bit more protection around some plants just for the next cold snaps. Be really interested to know what kind of cold you guys might be getting in your areas, whether it be in the UK or the USA, or in other countries as well. I have seen a lot of countries, especially sort of the USA, has been hit quite hard and being hit quite hard as well at the moment. And again, it looks like the UK is due to have at least a few more days of this coming up. Long term, guys, it does look like forecast does get a bit better after this. So I'm really hoping this is the kind of final cold snap of the year here. Of course, we're going to just keep an eye on the weather. Now, one thing I certainly would mention as well, I mean, me personally, guys, I check quite a few weather apps and watch a lot of weather-based videos. And the temperature ranges have been changing every sort of 6 hours. So, I'm really keeping an eye on that here. One thing as well I'm considering, guys, is to possibly invest into something like a weather station, really just to kind of monitor my area. As, one thing to mention and think about, guys, is, when you get a general forecast, it is over a widespread area. So certain little pockets within your area might have a few degrees colder, a few degrees warmer. So it'd be interesting to kind of gauge, where this garden sits alongside the forecasts. Again, it just helps me to prepare a bit more when I do see a forecast to know how accurate that is, and also, the relevance to my garden as well. But with that said, guys, certainly I hope everyone has got everything wrapped in place that they would like to protect. If it is something slightly on the more tender side, again, these sorts of temperatures, guys, things like your little slightly less hardy palms and other things like that may need that little help through this little cold period here. So just something to bear in mind, guys. If there's anything else you would like to cover, even just a little temporary cloth or cover over it really can make that little extra difference here. But with that said, we'll keep you updated on how that all goes. Of course, if you have not subscribed, certainly feel free to do so. Join our awesome community. And with that said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.